Alright, now that the glue is already dried, we can go ahead and take these off, drill some more holes, and so we can pound our nails in there, and we'll go outside to do that. So, hang on for a bit. Day 3. Going to continue marking the center of each board here and pre-drill a hole so that we can pound the nails through and flatten them out. All right. See? All these different nails sticking out. Put the nails in through the holes. If I can find it. Right there. There it is. A little top. There he is. Alright. So, let me adjust it here. So, we've got pre-drilled our nails. So our nails are now through our pre-drilled holes. Through the entire thing right there. On this side, you can see they're about the center of the board except for the ones up top there. But now we just gotta go and pound them flat or bend them over. Alright, so adjusting, here we go. So the first ones that we got here show you nice and flush, nails look all good, and on this side we have them bent, but they have been pounded deeply in that they are pretty much flush with the handle right here. So this one is the most one that has, like, I can feel just a little bit of a ridge going up on there, but the rest of them are pretty much into the wood that I can barely feel it right there. Alright, so basically your shield is pretty much done. At least this shield is. So if you want to do it, it's up to you if you wanted to paint a design on this. Otherwise, you could just leave it blank right here. You don't necessarily need to have a rawhide edging around here. So if you want, you could consider it done if you wanted to. We've got the handle, it's all the boards. Just obviously get a central boss to help protect your hand. That's the only other thing that we would need. But before you were going to put a boss and you wanted to paint something on there, now would be the time to paint it before you put it on there. So I'm going to go ahead and go inside and paint it. So let's take a look at that. Just for the record, by the way, this would all take me about 1 day to complete this, but because I'm trying to get work done, come back home, get the camera to recharge batteries, find the right angles and lighting and how much light I have, it's taken me a lot longer to get this thing done. Then of course I have to edit everything, so normally I get this in about 24, maybe 48 hours, but as you know, it's Saturday right now as I'm recording this, and we started this on Thursday, so let's go inside. Okay, back inside once again. Got the shield ready. I've already picked out a kind of design that I want you to paint it, but before I start painting, there is something else we got to do. And it's not really related particularly to this, it's over in the kitchen over there. So, come with me here. Over here by the kitchen. And if you don't know what these are right here, this is rawhide. It's just strips of rawhide, some longer, some shorter, some thinner, some thicker, but all in all, generally around the same size that we got here. And this is what it looks like, okay? We got to soak this in water to get it somewhat moldable that I can put it around the shield and then stitch it through there. So I got a bunch of rawhide. This will be more than enough here, but I just want to make sure I have enough rather than not enough, and get some more. Have to soak it for probably at least an hour. That's how long it takes to get this thing ready before we can use it. So make sure we have enough here. So get your rawhide and now put it in a big enough container. So I got this here. We're gonna soak everything in water here. So it is gonna take about an hour for this to get malleable enough that we can use. That'll be around 8 o'clock for us. In the meantime, I'm gonna go ahead and go over to our shield and do some painting of the design that I'll show you here. So hold on a second. That looks pretty much perpendicular there. Didn't seem to get on this one here, so go again. That's better. All right, and do the same thing perpendicular wise. Looks about the angle that we need, so if you wanted to stop there, you're welcome to. But I am going to go ahead further, and I'm going to, so I can, that's about, I would say a little bit this way. Again, it doesn't need to be too precise, but that's what we're going to go with. So that one, and then finally, there's perpendicular. Looks about the same amount of space on either side. All that good? All right. All right. So there is our shield design. So here we go. Kind of go over places that you think might have missed some stuff. All right, so I didn't do it for this shield, but I definitely recommend it. Is that before you start painting, is that if you want to make sure there's no like dirt or debris or dust that might impede the painting design that you're on, go ahead and go grab your lint roller again, and then just go over the entire thing to pick up any fragments or maybe like leftover like fabric hairs that might be stuck on there. I didn't, because it didn't seem like it needed it on there at all, so that's why I didn't do it mine, but definitely an option to go with it. So now we are going to go ahead and paint alternating colors of green and red. So we're going to grab select green, red, green, red, green, red around the shield here. I'm going to start with the green one here, and I don't know if you can see the pen marks because white is very light and instead lets things come through very easily. That's why we did this one first, so that our pen marks that we got is still very quite visible. And so now when I put the green on there, I can just go ahead and get in roughly the area that I want and bring it into down the lines that I need, and then I can just fill in the rest, and that'll get the general shape I need. So this is our way of, instead, you could, if you wanted to, just do green and then just do red right here if you wanted to, but I think it looks better if you have some sort of color like on the previous one. Again, insert photo now. That was an amazing photo, wasn't it? We had the black lines going there to alternate between the colors, and I thought it looked a lot better because there was another photo of one where I did a blue and red shield where I didn't put the lines, and it looks like this. There we go. And so I think personally the one that had the actual sort of like dividing line of the black, or in this case white, I think would look better. So you do you what you want, but this is how I'm going to do it. See right now, but the green is still kind of drying on the edges, but we're going to call it good right now, and I'm going to go ahead and start on the red. Call it good for right now. So, got my drill, got my twine. This is waxed artificial sinew, by the way. This is the kind that you want. I tried, I had cotton twine, I had jute twine, I think that's how you pronounce it. I had different other kinds and I found out that the waxed artificial sinew is by far the best. For this type of shield, generally I do about 3 arm lengths full. Technically you could probably do about 2.5, but just to be safe, make it easier, so we got 1 length. 2. And 3. Poke it through the thread there. The thread through the needle there. Alright. Ready to go. See if I can find the end here. I'm going to go ahead and form a fairly good knot in the back of this end here. Alright, hold on to this right here. We got our rawhide right here that has been fully soaked. See, much more pliable now that we're able to use it. And it's just going to go along the edge right here. I'm going to fold it, and we're going to go ahead and drill holes about 1 to 2 inches intervals around the entire thing, and we're just going to thread and stitch it together. I do about 2 to 2.5 inches wide for the rawhide strips generally. And in case this wasn't obvious, when you pull it out of the bowl soaking wet, you'll want to wring it out first and get most of the excess water that you can off of this. So I got one here. I have another one right here. I'll probably need another one eventually, but we'll start with this right now. So, here we go. Alright, so we have poked through hole for the rawhide on this side. So go through the hole in the wood, and then we have our hole on this side of the rawhide. So now we're able to pull it on through. For now it will. We will tighten it later, but right now that will hold. So, to put this right here, going to line it up so that we have enough rawhide on that side and on that side. Take our drill. Poke a hole through the rawhide. Yes, we did. Now, where did our needle go? Oh, there it is. Around, go through the rawhide, through the hole, through the rawhide again. There we go. There we go. So it begins. I'm going to go ahead and go back around and then loop around just to make sure it's fully tied onto there. So we've gotten our rawhide from here going onto there. We're going to go ahead and start from here and make sure everything is all nice and tight. I'm just making sure twine is tight. All right. Now, I'm going to go ahead and take our fabric rawhide. There you go. Cross that one there. I'm just going to drill a hole through everything. There we go. Now we go through all layers. Everything's still tight. And now that we've gone and looped through this way, we're going to go ahead and find this one, wherever that hole is. There we go. We're going to go a loop around again to cinch everything together. There we go. We're going to come right back around again. There we go. And now we just continue on again. Going back and forth. Alright, gotta go grab just a little piece of rawhide because we didn't have enough to fully wrap around it. Here's just a little section here. It's a bit more than enough, but hey, it will do. So. Now, if you want to know something, this is why I've learned this technique right here, but I'll do it this here so that you can see. If you bring in the thread through the hole, it has to be looped back around this way, like this one, like I'm going to show you here. And you pull it tight. Notice that the pattern here of thread going, weaving in and out, and all of a sudden there's another one right here. So instead of having the hole and looping the thread this way, I would generally have the thread position it in such a way so that I am putting the thread in, throwing this way so that I can loop back around and go back in. Because if I can show you the other one here, see, this is where our new rawhide overlap right here. But as you can see, goes by the thread. You can't see it because when we looped back around, it went over the same thread. This will be a double layer right here. So it doesn't, I mean, you can do whatever you want. You can do it this way, or you can do it this way. It'll work fine. It just matters if you want to make it look pretty on this side. But before I fully tighten this, I'm going to go ahead and start back here and make sure this is all nice, well, and tight. I know it's tight up to this point here because we tightened it up to get a double cinch right there. So I am going to shove the needle into my mouth, and we're going to go ahead and tighten the rest of the twine right here. Alright, and now I just need to drill holes in the actual rawhide because we already have holes in the wood right here. So get the general area of where those holes are there. Alrighty. Now I just have to tie this off, and basically our shield is done. Okay, so we now have completed rawhide edging around the entire thing. So I just probably wait about 24 hours, maybe even 48 for it to fully dry. And you can attach whatever sort of boss you want. Touch up a little piece of paint on there that you want, and there we call it good. Just wanted to say that our shield is pretty much basically done, but since I do not have an actual steel boss to place onto here, I'm just gonna go ahead and take one of the old Winco stainless steel bowls that I got from I think Amazon, and I'm just gonna show you how I attach this onto here to give it the kind of look that we need. So here we go. So I've got to go make a hole into the boss right here so that we can get our nails through there to rivet it onto our shield. So in order to do that, you can go ahead and use a drill and drill holes into there, but I think it would look a lot cooler if I took a spike and hammered it into there to drive a hole into there. So that's what we're gonna do. And see, there we go. It's got a nice hole right there. Gonna do the same thing, find the opposite side there, and do it on this side here. Alrighty. Now it's up to you to decide how many rivets you want there. Do you want 1, 2, 3, 4? You want 2, 4, 6? So instead of doing one perpendicularly here to make 4 of them, I need to look at this sort of like hemisphere right here, and I need to divide it into sections. So I'm gonna have to put 2 right there. That'll give us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Looks about right. Yeah, looks pretty good there. Going to go ahead and make sure everything's good in frame there. We're still good. That one. There we go. So, maybe not perfectly exactly where they need to be to make it nice and symmetrical, but you get the general idea there. So now we can go get our nails and get our shield that's over there and apply it. Our shield that we are attaching it to, some of the rivets are going to go through the actual handle that we have right here. So I am going to need some of the bigger nails so it'll actually go through the entire thing and then hold the boss into place. So in order to do that, some of our holes are going to need to be a bit bigger to fit the larger nails to go in through. So there's the top one right here. So I gotta go find the bottom one and drill it a little bit bigger. Alrighty. So now we should be good there. Here we go. This is a little bit of a tricky part right here in trying to center it exactly onto the shield so I have enough room on this side for this nail, that nail, the one back there. It looks like it's pretty much got to the point where I want it there. And while keeping that in place, we're going to go ahead and pre-drill our holes for the nails. Alright, so if you can see it right here, hope you don't hear the air conditioning unit because it just turned on. But here is our nails going through the top and the bottom right there. Stick out right there. We're just going to go ahead and bend those over, and then we're going to get these smaller nails that we got here so that they can fit the smaller stuff. Alright, so I have to go ahead and bend this nail over. But in order to do that, I have to have it hanging up here. But gravity is not my friend because the nail wants to keep falling down. So I have to have something that will help keep it in place as I am pounding it over. So, get that lined up there. This. Go. Do the exact same thing on this side. Good. Alrighty, so let's see if I can move the camera so I can see. That is our boss right there with the 2 nails going through. Again, it kind of aligns with the nails we've got. Made flush. Pounded over there. I mean, that is pretty good, but I'm gonna go ahead and show you how I do the smaller nails as well. Which is pretty much the same thing. You just put the nail in through there, have something that holds it in place as you pound it over. So let me open this package of smaller nails. gonna show you. So we got our larger nails going through the top and the bottom there. And we got the smaller ones on the side that you see bent over there. So now, looks like quite an authentic shield right there. That is how we make the shield right there. From everything from getting the planks, to the handle, painting, rawhide, and boss attachment. There we go. Now for some sexy B-roll footage. Well, this is the way that I sort of make these type of shields that you see here. I hope the footage got edited okay, because ironically, the entire footage put together was longer than either one of these shield destruction test videos. So that took quite a few days to work in my schedule there, but we got it done. Hope you liked it, hope it was insightful and you learned something, and I hope to have more videos up soon on the channel. So until next time, I'll see you in the next one. Woo, is it hot out here?